Hey everyone, welcome back. So in this video we are going to talk about why we need CRM. So in order to answer that, we need to know what a typical sales rep goes through in his daily routine. So the first thing he might experience is managing leads. If you consider the Bob here standing in front of these doors, he's a sales rep. He's working for XYZ company and he has so many leads, which is the doors represent that lead. So he has many leads in front of him and he need to pick one out of those. If there is no CRM system, he needs to go through each and every detail of a lead and prioritize by himself, like whom we need to tackle first. Whereas if there is a CRM, this can be automated. And organizing data. When we are talking about sales reps do interact with customers, and every time they interact with customers, they will have some notes or something happens. That conversation, that interaction needs to be recorded in the data, which is data for our organization, right? So let's consider this Mary, Bob, and John, who is a sales representatives for our company. So these three guys have different interests. So Bob use Excel and Mary use Notepad. John use Google Sheets in order to fill the daily interactions with their customers respectively. So what happens here is if Bob reaches out Ram and he put his details, the Ram details in Excel, and he just move on to the next lead. Now, whereas Mary have no idea that Bob reached out to Ram, and she can reach out to Ram again, and she write it in her notepad and then move on to the next lead. Now the John, he has no idea that Bob and Mary worked on Ram lead. So now what he do is he contact Ram and do the same sales marketing routine. Explain the same product again, which makes the customer, the Ram, a little bit irritated about this company because he is getting too many marketing calls, sales calls, right? So it is important to have all the data at one place so that once Bob worked on Ram, Mary can see that Bob worked on the Ram lead. She won't touch it again, right? She won't touch it again. Next thing is managing activities. So each and every interaction, it might be a phone call, right? It might be an email. So these are all activities. Like once we talk to that lead and we need to send some code, right, to the customer in a format of email. We need to store that activity. Like, okay, this sales rep Bob send a code to Ram. That needs to be recorded as an activity, an email activity, and even a phone call. Previously, what the sales reps do is they write it in a diary or some sticky notes or something like that, where they can't trace back again after some days later, right? So the CRM helps to manage these activities well enough so everything is in this one system so that they can come back again and see what happened at that particular time with this particular customer. And the next one is tracking sales. So now we see that Bob worked on Ram and Mary worked on some nickel and John worked on Dayton, right? So they worked on different leads and they made sales, right? So we can track the progress. If everything is in one system, we can track how many leads that Bob reached out this month. Out of that, how many of leads is converted into an opportunity or how many sales that he made, right? That's what needed to the company at last, right? That's the end goal. They need sales. Company need sales. They want to sell the products. So it's easy if we have all the data in one place, visualized way. So in the next video, we're gonna talk about the benefits of CRM. Thank you.